Belated Merry Christmas, Happy Yuletide, Joyous Kwanzaa, or Happy Hanukkah, or whatever else is you've been celebrating this month. Um, yeah, just wanted to really do a quick video just showing you everything I've had through December, as obviously the next few days are going to be pretty busy with New Year's and everything coming up. So I know technically it's not quite the end of December yet. I don't normally do these until rolling into the next month, but as I'm not going to get any more posts now because today's post has arrived, this is going to be everything for December. So let's crack on and show you what I've got. So the first autograph I got in December was actually on the 1st, Friday the 1st of December, and it was from Sophie McShearer, who's probably best known for her roles in Cinderella as one of the Ugly Sisters, and also in Downton Abbey. I sent two to Sophie and got both back signed and personalised, which is great. The first one was this one from Downton, and the second one was this one here from Cinderella. It took just under 2 years to get a reply back from Sophie, so a year and 8 months it took. Which is probably one of my longest I've had for a long time. Normally they're fairly quick, but this one has taken quite a long time to come back. But I'm really pleased with them both. They're lovely photos, really like the pictures. I've already got Lily, who plays Cinderella from the film anyway, so now I've got Sophie as well, which is really cool. So yeah, brilliant result. Nice to get these back, but a hell of a long wait to get them. Next autograph I got back was from Anna Brewster, who I probably best know for playing Montespan in the series Versailles, which if you haven't seen, it's absolutely superb, definitely worth watching. She also had a very small role in Star Wars The Force Awakens. There's a bit of a story to this. It took about 3 months to get these back, I say. I wrote to her via her agent, and her agent, as they normally do, forwarded the post on to her to sign, and it got sent back to me as return to sender. So I went online and did a little bit of research because her address was actually written on the front of the envelope, but it was incorrect. So I went online, did a bit of research, and actually discovered they'd sent it to the wrong house number, which is why it got returned to me. So I took a punt and resent them back to the house number that I thought was hers, and as it turned out, it actually was her home address. Obviously not going to be giving that out because it's a home address. She signed two autographs for me. She signed this one, which is her as Montespan from Versailles, and you can see in the top right corner she signed it for me. And then I also sent her this picture, which is her in Star Wars. No, she's not the big monster. Yeah, she's the lady with the black hood on, obviously. She hasn't signed the front of this. She's actually signed the back. It's a little bit smudged, but she's put to Carl, thank you for your letter. So nice to hear from fans. Best wishes, Anna Brewster. So really cool to eventually get these back. Bit of a going around the houses, but we got there in the end. And I'm really pleased because I want to try and start building up a collection of autographs from Versailles. As I say, I'm a big fan, so that's my first in my collection. Next up is Bernie Clifton. Bernie, any young people watching this video will probably have no idea who he is, or anybody outside of the UK probably won't either. Bernie's a comedian, probably hit the height of his fame around about the sort of late 70s, early 80s. Best known for riding around on a giant ostrich that you can see there. Um, I don't know why, but recently, in the last sort of couple of months, we've had lots of like sad reports of stars from my youth passing away, the likes of Keith Chegwin and that kind of thing. And I suddenly thought, actually, these are the sort of people I want to get autographs from, people from my youth, comedians that probably aren't around now really in the spotlight anymore, but still, back in the day were big stars. So I sent Bernie a direct request, managed to track down contact details for him, sent him a direct request, and he sent me this picture, which he signed and dedicated, which is really cool. I'll blow that up a little bit so you can see it there. And he also sent me a letter, which was awesome. He was aware of where I lived because he's actually been to the local area before, and could name some local people that lived around here because he actually stayed in the same town that I live in previously when he did shows back in Wales. And just sent a really, really nice letter with it. So top guy, really pleased with this from Bernie Clifton. Next autograph is something I purchased just before Christmas. It's from a signed book from Stephen Berkoff, probably best known to me. He's in A Clockwork Orange, James Bond film Octopussy, and some many other films and TV shows as well. I don't particularly like the book. It's called Sod the Bitches. I don't particularly like it, but the reason I bought it, because for 12 quid, which is nothing at all, you can buy a copy of his signed book. You can see the autograph on the page on the screen here. He is notoriously awful to meet in person. He will not sign. He's particularly not particularly nice guy. And at cons, he does charge quite a bit of money. So to pick up a copy of this for 12 quid from someone who's been in quite a few big sort of British 70s and 80s movies is really cool. So all I did is went on his website, which is linked on my site if you want to get to it, and purchased this. It was a special offer rated. I don't know if it's still on, but it was, like I say, it was about 12 quid, so really couldn't go wrong for that. Following on from my Bernie Clifton one, the next autographs I got, again, somebody from my childhood, the Crankies. If you're a youngster, or again, if you're outside the UK, probably no idea who they are. They're but amazingly, you won't believe this, they're a husband and wife duo who were very big during the 70s and 80s. Jeanette and Ian are the names, but they were known on stage and on TV as Ian and Jimmy Cranky. Jimmy Cranky was his wife, basically playing a small school child. It's, yeah, when you say it out loud now, it's really weird. But they're actually performing in pantomime at the moment in the UK. So I sent Jeanette and Ian this picture, which I'm assuming one of them, because it doesn't look like the handwriting's any different, so I'm assuming one of them has very kindly signed and returned to me. And they also enclosed their own picture as well of them looking a little bit older. This is kind of them back in the heyday, really, with the full kind of giant mullet, and Jeanette looking a little bit younger there. But again, really wanted to kind of start getting some comedians from my youth, and so I wrote to them, as I knew they're in panto. I think they've pretty much retired other than doing pantomime now, so really wanted to track them down. This took literally like a week, and I sent it over Christmas as well, so it was really cool to get this back from the Crankies. Next autograph is another signed book. I picked this up in Waterstones the other day, and it's from Major Tim Peake. Major Tim Peake is an astronaut and has also spent some time on the International Space Station. I don't own any autographs from astronauts, but actually I'm fascinated by the whole space thing, and these are in Waterstones, and it's just an absolute bargain. This is Tim, if you don't know who he is. This is Tim here. It was a signed copy, signed by the author, and half price, so it was 10 quid for a book signed by a real life astronaut. So I picked this up, went through all the books, and found the autograph that I liked the best. This one's really clear, and you can clearly see it says Tim Peake. So I was really pleased with this, especially for a tenner. You can't go wrong. And it's the first, and hopefully not the last, in my astronaut collection. You know, Buzz Aldrin, all these sort of people. You're talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds. It's just not possible. But someone like Tim, a new astronaut who's been up in space recently, a tenner, cannot go wrong. So really, really pleased with that. And the last autograph for December is from the awesome Andy Neyman. I actually got this yesterday in the post. Andy's probably best known to me from the TV series Campus, which is absolutely superb. If you haven't seen it, it's very, very funny, and the amazingly brilliant zombie horror Dead Set. But what I discovered the other day when I was looking up to put this on my page is he's actually been in The Last Jedi as well. He plays a jail guard, so it's probably a very small role. I didn't see him when I watched The Last Jedi the other week. But that's quite cool to get an autograph from him before people start bombarding with stuff. I sent him two pictures. This one of him from the TV series Campus, which again I said I absolutely love. And then this one as well, which I'm not entirely sure what it's from, but I liked it. It's a really cool action shot. And he signed both of them and dedicated to Carl, all the best, Andy Neyman. To Carl, cheers, Andy Neyman, which I actually love. The lady next to him, whose name's completely escaped me now, and I've already got an autograph from her somewhere else on my site, is brilliantly funny as well. And I may actually send this off and get her to sign the other side of it, because I really like the photograph. It's really cool. So those are my autographs for December 2017, and that's the end of the year, folks. Thank you very much for everyone who's followed me all through the year. Hope you've enjoyed the videos and liked the autographs I've got. Please feel free to like the video, leave a comment below if there's anything you want to know about any autographs I've got, or anything generally about autograph collecting. Please subscribe if you haven't. It's lovely to get subscribers. And all I can really do is finish off by saying Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you have an amazing night out, or night in, whatever you're doing tomorrow. And I will see you in the new year. All the very best. Thank you very much, and take care. See you in 2018.